my wife asked me to do a project that she saw on Pinterest. She wanted me to make a marquee sign of our last name there in our family room on the wall, and so she showed me all the pictures. I'm like, oh yeah, I can do that, no problem. And it took me a little bit longer than I thought it would take, and it's late, and I finally finish this thing, the U, for the first letter of our last name. And as I'm finishing it, my music on my phone dies, and so I'm like, okay, God, you can talk to me now. And he spoke to my heart, and he said, you're focusing on you too much, and you're trying to make a name for yourself. And it really convicted me. And so that was really a turning point for me, and I just said, Lord, whatever you want to do in my life, do it. I'll do whatever you want. Yeah, I want to make your name famous, not my name famous, so let me just disappear in your name. And that was the beginning of God calling us into planting a church in Colorado. Right before we announced it to the church, we announced it to the staff. And in that meeting, I got a text message from my wife, and it was a picture of a pregnancy test saying baby number 4. We started praying in the staff meeting, and John starts to pray for me and my wife and for the city of Boulder. And during that time, I actually had another vision. So I'm over the city of Boulder, and I see Chautauqua in a building, a barn that's on fire. Now I come down to this barn, and I see that it's not on fire, but light is emanating from the barn. And then I'm right before the barn doors open up, and it's all the wheat inside of the barn and the light emanating. And then he said amen, and I opened my eyes. I'm like, wow, that is amazing. We announced that we're gonna plant a church in Colorado to our fellowship, and there's just great encouragement, lots of excitement, and we show a video of why we're doing what we're doing, and just a great response, no negative feedback at all, and just grateful for that fellowship in San Juan Capistrano, and all the support and love that they've given me and my family. And so later that night, we put it up on Facebook, and people were responding and just excited for us. And I'm really getting caught up in the moment and answering people back, and just excited for what God's doing. And I can't fall asleep, but I just asked the Lord, you need to take me beyond the video. You need to take me beyond the point that I'm at right now, just the excitement. And in a still small voice again, he said, you're going because people are going to hell. And that's why I'm going. To get ready to go plant a church. This has been the most difficult season of our life. I'll just let you in on a couple things that have happened. We go to see our baby.
We were waiting in the doctor's office to see the ultrasound of our 4th baby, and we were super excited. The boys kept asking, when do we get to see the baby? When do we get to see the baby? And then when my midwife came in, from the moment I saw my midwife's face, I knew that something was wrong. They told me that my baby had gone to be with Jesus.
And Titus, our oldest, tells us, encouraging us, that our daughter, he called her Wild Style from the Lego movie. The Wild Style is with Jesus, and because Jesus needed somebody to snuggle with.
He didn't have any daughters, so that's why he took her.
What are they doing now?
I think they're just hugging each other.
They're hugging each other.
That kind of broke.
Oh, it's okay.
And so I trust him, and I look forward to heaven much more now, knowing that when I get there, I'll have a child whose hand I can hold and who can show me around. And going into this crazy venture of faith, this makes me trust Jesus even more.
less than a month, we will be living in Colorado. And currently, we do not have a home to live in. I do not have a job to provide for my family, and we do not have a building or a barn or even people to put in a church to gather. And so next week, I'm going to be going to Colorado, and I trust Jesus that He has led me this far, and He's going to provide for us and give us a home to stay in, and allow me to work a job and be an example and provide for my family. And who knows, He may even provide a barn. That would be awesome. But I'm expectant that the Lord is going to do that, and I trust Him. So currently, I don't have a job, and we don't have a house. How are you feeling about that?
We've been through a lot of crazy stuff together, and Jesus has always provided. I'm not afraid, and I'm not worried, and I feel like if I were to worry, it wouldn't do anything. All it would do is cause stress to our home, and I really just have faith. I know that God has called us to what we're doing, and if He's called us, He's going to give us exactly what we need, and I trust Him.
And that He has. In fact, here I am in Boulder, and I got here a couple days ago, and when I got here, we still had nothing, but God has provided a home, God has provided a job, and God has provided a church. So here I am in Chautauqua Park, and trying to find my way out of this place, and I see a barn, and I'll check it out. And so I'm checking out the barn, and I'm looking around, and here it is right here. Ended up talking to a couple people and had the facilities manager come out, and he actually showed me the inside. And I believe that God is going to fill this place with His people. And I am looking so forward to that day when He fulfills the vision for this place. I'm on my way to get surgery on my throat or on my vocal cord, and have a cyst. We will be living in Colorado in 1 week, but after about an hour and a half, I will not be able to talk for a week to 3 weeks. So we'll see how that goes.
How are you doing, my love?
In light of the story that God is writing, I ask that you partner with us. Partner with us in praying for us. Pray that we stay faithful to the calling that God has given us. I also ask that you pray for the city of Boulder. Pray as the word goes forth and the gospel goes out that many lives will be saved, and the Spirit of God will do a move in our generation to spark revival in that area. I also ask that you partner with us financially. And if you can't come physically, but your heart is drawn towards this ministry and what God is doing, that you would send us and partake in the blessing of the work that's being done there, and provide for the ministry and the fellowship there in Boulder, Colorado. And also, I ask that you would come and help us plant this church. If you are called to Boulder, I ask that you take a step of faith and join us in this work, for the harvest is plentiful, but the laborers, they are few. And so if you want a front row seat of what God's doing in Boulder, Colorado, please come and join us in this work. But either way, all we long for in this story that God is writing is that you don't make your name famous, that I don't make my name famous, but that we make the name of Jesus famous.